Greetings fellow tank commanders. In this video I'm going to be showing you a game that I played in the T95. This is an American Tier 9 tech tree tank destroyer which leads to the T11 OE3. The game I'm playing is a standard battle on Ensk with Tier 9 as the top tier. There are 6 Tier 9s on each team and no artillery. For this game my T95 is equipped with a tank gun rammer, a super heavy spall liner, and improved ventilation. I am using a large repair kit, large first aid kit, and cola. It's risky having cola instead of a fire extinguisher, but I bought the T95 back for maximum performance potential, not to just play it safe. I am using my most experienced American crew, which almost has 17 crew skills and perks. He is on loan from my T11 OE5. There was no doubt in my mind that I was going to use my most experienced crew, because I bought the T95 back specifically to have epic games. I've got an overall pretty balanced loadout between AP and APCR shells. I find myself in a lot of long distance fighting situations with the T95, so I may end up putting in a few more AP rounds. And I have 2 HE rounds in case I run into a weakly armored tank, or if I'm having trouble penetrating a turret, or for those emergency shots where you have to reset the timer on the base. I am fortunate enough in this game to have a Fatherland tank, played by Bulldog 863, pushing me and covering my back, which is always great for turretless tank destroyers, especially the T95. Oh yeah, that's a sweet shot on a streaking Fatherland. I'm quite hesitant about pushing into the city here, because there are so many enemy tanks which could shoot me from different angles. And even though I'm quite confident in the T95's frontal armor, I'm not willing to give the enemy any easy side or rear shots on me this early in the game, especially with my team already at a slight disadvantage. But now an opportunity for an easy and safe shot presents itself, and of course I take advantage of it, but I'm not going to hang around in that area because there's just too many enemies still from different angles. Now the enemy has started to push around behind me. I have Bulldog 863 and a T32 covering my back. I decided to keep my frontal armor towards the bulk of the enemies in the inner city, because I didn't want them just pouring out. I wish I had have been in a better situation here to help the Fatherland covering my back, but unfortunately when I do turn to help him, one of the enemies from the city gets an easy shot in on the Fatherland's back. Here I'm trying to turn and help the Fatherland, but at the same time I'm backing up out of the line of sight of the enemies from the inner city. Oh wow, that shot was really close to killing the M103. That was an 800 damage shot with a gun that has 750 average damage, so I can't complain about bad RNG. Even just the slightest touch from my T95 manages to finish off the last 5 hit points he had. Now at this point I was faced with a decision. I could either back up into the inner city, and that way I could prepare for an epic final stand, but since I had 2 remaining teammates in there, I decided to have them cover my back from that direction, and that way I could remain out in the open, soaking up as much fire as possible. Because after all, I am top tier, and I'm still at full hit points. Haha, I couldn't have asked for a better shot. Burn, baby, burn. So my team was down 10 kills to 6, but by destroying that M103 and Kanonen Jagdpanzer, along with 2 kills that my surviving teammates managed to get, the game is now 12 kills to 10. Now I have another very difficult call to make here, because I've got that Jagdtiger and Tiger 2 pinned down from this direction, but now a Lorraine is sneaking up on my back. I decided to take a full risk here and just bolt back into the city, as fast as the T95 can go, which isn't that fast, since it only has a top speed of 13 kilometers per hour. But of course, just because I'm retreating doesn't mean I can't finish off an enemy. During this process, I take 2 shots in the back from the Jagdtiger. I'm fortunate to still have my large repair kit to fix my damaged ammo rack, and super lucky that he didn't manage to light me on fire. But now I'm in rough shape with only 1 teammate left to help me. Wow, that was close. Managed to reload just in time. No way I'm letting you get around my back. Now I was trying to stop the Lorraine from getting around me, just a little bit further and I would have been able to stop his tank. Thankfully though, he has to make a rush shot and doesn't penetrate my side armor, and my clutch braking allows me to easily turn and finish him off. Now I've got quite a nice Reaper streak going here. I destroyed 4 enemy vehicles with consecutive shells. I've got a weak health Jagdtiger here, and with my remaining teammate fighting behind me, I cannot leave his back exposed, and so there's no choice but to charge the Jagdtiger. I didn't take that corner as well as I would have liked, but I still managed to bounce the Jagdtiger's shot, and I took an extra second lining up my shot so that I wouldn't get an unlucky bounce. Now my team has managed to bring this game back, and now we have an advantage. I was desperately trying to get this fatherland to fall back, because I wanted a turreted tank to be able to cover my back. I'm quite disappointed that he doesn't, and he ends up getting destroyed, which was an unnecessary risk to take when the game is actually still quite close. I want to make sure that the Tiger 2 doesn't get away so that he has the chance to do some sneaky maneuver and get around my side or rear, so I'm charging him while he's in the open. Once again, I take this corner rather poorly. I was in a rush, and I've only done about 5 games since I bought the tank back, so I'm still getting recalibrated to it. It was a great shot by that Tiger 2, but my repairs are faster than his reload. And that makes it my 6th kill in consecutive shots. Wow, what a comeback. Now let's check the post-game stats and see how I did. In this game, I managed to earn 46,000 silver, with 10,000 silver from the Iron Will off. There was potential to earn a lot more, but Cola is an expensive supply to run, and I also had to use my large repair kit. I earned 3,017 experience with no multipliers. In this game, I managed to deal 6,151 damage. I destroyed 8 enemy vehicles and blocked 3,310 damage. This earned me High Caliber, Steel Wall, and Mastery Badge Ace Tanker. For destroying 6 enemies, I got Top Gun. For 7, I got Devastator, and for destroying 8, I got Radley-Walters. Also, because I destroyed 6 of them with consecutive shells, I got Reaper. I placed at the top of my team, earning a base XP of 2,011. But wow, look at all the damage that my teammates did. They all fought very hard to make a comeback for this game. If they hadn't have performed so well, I might have gotten a bit more damage, because a lot of those shots at the end I was just finishing off low health enemies. But I'm extremely glad I had such a good team. There was also potential to block a lot more damage in that game, but the majority of the enemies were quite smart, and they were holding their shots until they could get around my side. In a lot of games with the T95, you just get people attempting to penetrate your frontal armor and just wasting their shots. I managed to hit 11 of my 12 shots and penetrate 10 of those. I'm disappointed to report that in terms of crew and module damage, I only managed to destroy the Knonen Jagdpanzer's fuel tank. For using a tier 10 155mm gun, and for destroying 8 enemies, I had some high hopes for some hilarious crew and module damage to the enemy. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching that super intense game with the T95, and that it'll give you some ideas on how to play your own T95. Stay tuned for more awesome World of Tanks videos.